You said forever on that rainy night. We danced in silence under broken light. You held me close, but your mind was far. I didn't notice the closing of your heart. Now your side of the bed is cold, and all your promises feel old. I keep replaying every line, wishing I could say goodbye. This is the last goodbye, no more tears to cry. I gave you my heart, now I'm learning to lie to myself, to forget your name. But every part of me still feels the same. This is the end, and I won't ask why. This is the last goodbye. Your shadow lingers on my bedroom wall, like a ghost that answers when I call. And I keep your sweater in the sleigh kitchen door, still hoping you walk through the door. But I know you've let go, and I'm the only one who's slow. You left without a sound, I'm still breaking down. This is the last goodbye, no more tears to cry. I gave you my heart, now I'm learning to lie to myself, to erase the flame. But every piece of me still aches the same. This is the end, and I won't ask why. This is the last goodbye. No more waiting, no more dreams, no more drowning in your in-betweens. I'll pack the love I had for you and leave it in the past like you told me to. This is the last goodbye, whispered through the night, a fading echo in the morning light. You were my song, now you're just a sigh. This is the last goodbye. I traced the outline of your fading smile, held your silence for a little while, tried to be the dream you'd want to keep, but I was just the secret you buried deep. You needed stars, I lit a flame. You needed thrill, I stayed the same. I gave you soft, you craved the rough. I guess I was never enough. Was I not enough? Or were you too blind to see the love I poured behind every word I never said, every tear I never shed? You looked right through all that I was, as if my heart was just because I dressed my hope and borrowed light. maybe I could feel just right. I dim myself so you could shine, but love like that should never align. I gave you roots, you wanted wings. I gave you truth, you needed strings. I showed you real, you played it tough. I guess I was never. Was I not enough? Or were you too blind to see the love I left behind? Every smile that I faked, every risk I couldn't take, you looked right through all that I was, as if I was never, never worth the cost. Maybe love is not a prize to win, and maybe loss is where it all begins. But I still wonder late at night why I wasn't worth the fight. If I love, was I not enough? Or were you just done before our story had begun? I loved you so, I loved you true, forever enough for you. We built a dream on borrowed time. I saw forever, you drew the line. You held my hand, but looked away, and I still begged you just to stay. I was reaching, you were gone, talking to a heart that moved on. I thought we stood on solid stone, but somehow I fell alone. We fell in love, but I fell alone. You said the words, but not the tone. I gave you everything I had inside. You gave me silence every time I cried. You kissed my lips, but not my soul. I was the half you didn't hold. We fell in love, but I fell alone. I saw the truth, I saw the truth behind your eye, but chose to live. You needed space, I know, not knowing I was digging my own tomb. You were drifting off step, heated spray inside your tone. I know that I was beating down too. You were drifting, I was still fighting for a love you didn't feel. Thought I was home inside your tone, but I was just a stepping stone. We fell in love, but I fell alone. 'Cause I built a world where you could shine. You just let the light be mine. You touched my skin, but not my soul. Left me aching, left me cold. We fell in love, but I fell alone. I told myself it was enough to get a piece, to feel your touch. But love should never beg or chase, or leave you breaking in one place. We fell in love, but I fell alone. You voice still lingers in this room, a fading laugh beneath the moon. The clock ticks soft, the air stands still, like time itself bends to your will. I close my eyes, but there you stay, in every shadow, in every way. No matter how the seasons move, I still hear echoes of you. Echoes of you in the quiet night, in the flicker of the street lamp's light. Every sigh, every ghostly tune still whispers back your old perfume. I try to sleep, I try to dream, but all I find is what has been. Echoes of you and nothing new. Your footsteps left across my floor still knock behind my bedroom door. I speak to walls and call your name, but they just echo back the same. I light a candle, I shut the blinds, still see your face behind closed eyes. No matter where or what I do, I'm chasing echoes of you. Echoes of you in the morning sun, and songs that end before they've begun. Every word and every room still wraps around your lost costume. I breathe you in, I let you go, but part of me just doesn't know how to live with echoes of you. Maybe you're gone, maybe I'm wrong, but silence never felt this strong. If moving on means losing you, then maybe I don't want to. Final grave. Echoes of you in the empty space, and dreams I can't seem to erase. You're just a sound I can't undo. I'm haunted by the echoes of you. Said I was your peace when the world said no. I was the calm in your restless storm. But I guess warm hearts don't keep you warm. She came in light, I stayed in shade. You left me there, love overstayed. You needed more than what I gave, and chose her smile to misbehave. You chose her laugh over my scars, trading my soul for midnight stars. I gave you real, she gave you thrill. You needed fast, I offered still. I watched you leave like I wasn't there, like love meant less than shiny hair. You chose her, and I just stared. You said I made you feel at home, but maybe comfort's overgrown. doesn't know the cracks you hide. She just sees the polished side. But I knew you, your wounds, your fight, and still you faded into her light. You chose her dance over my death, left me bleeding with quiet steps. I gave you truth, she gave you through. You needed loud, I stayed still. I watched you love like I was there, invisible, replaceable, just there. You chose her like I wasn't fair. Maybe I was too soft to hold, too steady in a world so cold. But when the fire dies, you'll see she burned bright, but not like me. Finals her joy over my pain, and washed my love out in the rain. I gave you home, she gave you high, but highs fall fast when truths run dry. You chose her, and I let you go, and I let you go. This time without asking why. You didn't scream, you didn't fight, you just walked away that night. No storm, no slam, no final fall, but your silence said it all. I begged the stars to send a sign, a reason why you left behind. But empty words don't build a wall, and your silence said it all. No need for goodbye when you disappear, no need for truth when you were never near. You left me talking to the past, asking questions you never asked. I waited for the pain to call, but your silence said it all. I checked my phone 1,000 times, just one more line between the lines. But even echoes never came, just shadows whispering your name. No closure wrapped in ribbon tied, just fading footprints in the night. I built us up, watched us fall, and your silence said it all. No need for tears when you don't feel, no need to lie when you don't hear. I poured out love, you left me dry, with nothing more than a quiet goodbye. I braced myself for some small call, but your silence said it all. I'd rather hear you break my heart than stand alone and fall apart. But you chose silence over pain, and left me drowning in the rain. No need for words, you made it clear. Love doesn't live in someone's fear. You left without a single thought, because your silence said it all.
You held me close when nights were cold, told me stories you never told. I memorized the way you breathe, but you were never mine to keep.
I was the secret in your smile, the pause that stayed a little while. You chased the world, left me behind, a placeholder you never defined. You were my always, my constant dream, but I was your maybe, bursting at the seam. You loved in pieces, I loved in whole. You took my hand, but not my soul. I stayed in line while you looked away. I was a maybe,
You were my stay. You called me when the rain would fall, but dried your tears on someone else's call. I gave you calm, I gave you space, but never earned a real place. You made me feel like almost right, a second thought and fading light. I dressed in hope, you wore regret.
you moved on, I can't forget. You were my always, my constant dream, but I was your maybe, lost in between. You loved in heathers, I bled and fall. You played it safe, I broke the rule. I waited loud while you walked away. I was a maybe, you must stay. Maybe I was just too short, too much hard for you to endure. But someday you'll see what you let go, or maybe who loved you more than you know. Final, my always, my never fair. I was your maybe, just waiting there. You call it timing, I'll call it pain. You left my love out in the rain. You smiled and turned with nothing to say. I was a maybe, you walked away. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, your jacket folded by itself. No goodbye, no final stare, just silence in an empty chair. I keep the lights on just in case you walk back in like time's erased. But all I hold are memories there in the space of that emptied chair. You're gone, but you're everywhere. In the dust, in the breath of air. Every room still says your name, but none of them feel quite the same. I talk to you like you still care. Across the room to your empty chair. The table set for two remains. I pour your tea, then curse the pain. I hold my tears with practiced grace, but can't unsee your fading place. They say it heals, that time is kind, but you still echo in my mind. And nothing else can quite compare to the ghost in your empty chair. You're gone, but you're everywhere. In the hum of a song in the midnight air. I try to laugh, I try to move, but grief has found its groove. I reach across, but no one's there, just the quiet of your empty chair. Maybe someday I'll clear the seat, let the light in feel complete, but not today, not just yet. I'm still learning to forget. You're gone, but you've never left. Your absence wraps around my chest. They say I'll heal, they say I'll dare, but I still cry for your empty chair. You smile like you meant it. I held on, I believed it. Every glance, every late night call felt like I mattered, like I had it all. But love is cruel in borrowed form. You felt like summer, I was your storm. I gave my heart without a guard, while you were only playing parts. I meant every word, every vow I kept, every tear I cried when you quietly slept. You said forever like it was a lie, but I built a life with you in mind. You walked away like it was rehearsed, but I meant every word, even when it hurt. You held my hand like it was a game, and whispered truths that never came. I stayed through silence, through your doubt, but I guess you never figured it out. I saw your light and still stayed back to all the ways you left me behind. You kissed me soft, but never stayed. Love shouldn't feel like it's being wet. whispered softly that you'd stay, but your heart was already far away. I gave you warmth, I gave you time, but I was never the one you'd call mine. You looked at me like I was new, but I saw the past still holding you. I gave my all, but it was clear I wasn't the first, just the one here. I'm not your first, but I'll still fall. I'll give you all, no matter at all. You'll love her more, and I'll be fine, just another shadow in your mind. You'll love me softly, then you'll leave, 'cause I'm not your first, just your in-between. You say you need me, but not enough, when you're looking at someone who's tougher. I gave you space, I gave you trust, but I was the choice made out of dust. You smile like I'm the one you need, but I hear her name in every speech. You'll never love me like you should, 'cause I'm not your first, I never could. I'm not your first, but I'll still try. I'll reach for stars in your quiet sky. You'll love her fiercely, and I'll just wait. You'll keep me hanging on this fate. You'll love me softly, then I'll fall, 'cause I'm not your first, just your almost cold. I'll fade into the things you leave behind, while you search for a love you can't find. Maybe one day I'll understand that being second was never the plan. If I'm not your first, but I gave my heart, I stayed when you kept me in the dark. You'll love her louder, I'll stay still.